Doris from LookMazing, and today we're going to do a hair care video, which is not a topic we've covered in the past. We've done pretty much skincare and beauty, but you also want to think of hair care similar to your skincare routine in the way that you want to make sure you take care of it from both the washing process all the way down to the styling process. So what I'm doing today is I will share with you some hair care tips and techniques, and I'll be going through products that I particularly use and love, and my hair type is more on the dry side. So you want to make sure you match the products to your hair care or your hair type. And if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, and let's get started. So the first step in your hair care routine should be with shampooing and conditioning your hair. So the shampoo that I currently am using right now is this one by Lush, and it's actually a solid shampoo, which I thought was really unique because it makes it really easy to travel with, but also the one I got here is called Scenic, and it has seaweed in it, which is great for controlling kind of oil near your roots, but also not leaving your hair too dry. So they have a lot of different types depending on your hair type, but I thought it smells great too, really refreshing, but most of all, I love the convenience of it. So the way you use it is you simply put some water on it, lather it into some bubbles, and then I go ahead and kind of work it into my scalp. So you can really control how much you use, and this one, it says you can use up to 60 to 90 washes depending how long your hair is. That's my shampoo, and the shampoo that I'm using to go with that is the one by Kerastase, and this one is I would say higher quality, salon quality one, and it's for normal to slightly dry hair, and they have different colors for depending on your hair type. But why I like this one more is because it doesn't leave a lot of that product feeling in your hair after you rinse it out. So I like to kind of make sure my roots aren't too oily, and this does a great job of leaving it feeling kind of smooth but also not feeling heavy. So the way you want to also shampoo and condition your hair is that you don't want to do it every single day because it does strip your hair of your natural oil. So I know for me, because my hair does get a little oily at the roots, the second day hair, I like to treat it with some dry shampoo, and this one here is by Chlorine, which is a really popular one that a lot of girls use, and it has oat milk with it, so it doesn't have that weird smell to it that some dry shampoos have. So I really like this one in particular because of that. But the way you use the dry shampoo is that you want to make sure you apply it kind of really close to the roots but not on the top. So what I like to do is I like to lift my hair up and kind of spray it underneath here, and do it kind of in all different sections of where you feel most of your oil is. And I leave it on for about a minute or two before going back in and kind of making sure it's blended out evenly, because you don't want kind of patches all over. So yeah, so that's a way to make sure your hair stays clean and it feels clean when you're not actually shampooing and conditioning it. So because my hair is dry, I like to go in with a little nice treatment here, and this is a silk hair mask, and it has argan oil in it, and you can compare it to almost doing like a face mask for your skin. This is the same thing that you're going to do for your hair, is to really moisturize it and make sure that it stays really healthy too. And what argan oil is, it's also called liquid gold. So in some ways, the natural ingredient of this helps it remain shiny, healthy, and smooth. And so I like to do this about once or twice a week. I like to let it air dry for a while and just kind of let it, sit for about, I would say, half an hour, so that it's about more damp, on the damp side. And then what I like to do is take a towel and to kind of absorb all the water. So I would say the type of towel you use is kind of important. You don't want to use anything that's, I would say, more on the simple side. Go for natural cotton, because the type of material you use can affect your hair. So some types leave it more frizzy. So I would say just something natural and simple is the way to go. And I like to gently kind of absorb the water. Don't rub, because that also causes a lot of friction and will leave your hair has potential to break any of your hair too. So just gently tap it. And After that, before you actually start blow drying, I like to go ahead and make sure I comb out any tangles. And I like to use this product here. It's called the Tangle Teezer, which is this one is a travel size, so you can kind of close it up and throw it in your bag if you want to bring it with you. But it's really great for getting out tangles. And I like to make sure I grab my hair tightly and just, I would say, smoothly comb it out. And I don't like to kind of comb from the roots, just because sometimes if you pull too hard and you get tangled, it can kind of hurt your hair. So I just like to hold it tightly and just gently brush it out near the bottom. And once you finish that, I would say you're ready to go ahead and blow dry your hair. So when you're blow drying, I like to protect my hair first using a heat protectant, and this one I have here is L'Oreal's Blow Dry It Thermal Smoother Cream, and it says it tames frizz and protects it from heat as well. So I just apply a little bit, I would say a dime size amount, and warm it up in my hand and go ahead and lightly apply it to all my hair. And then I would go back through it again with my fingers to make sure it's combed out and nicely smooth throughout the whole entire area of my hair. So now you're ready to blow dry your hair, and it's really important to use the right brush. And the one that I'm using right here is one by Spornet, and it has 100% boar bristles, and it's wood in the middle. So I know a lot of you guys will see kind of the ones with plastic or metal here in the middle as the base, and I would say for me particularly, I like to avoid those because they do conduct a lot of heat when you are blow drying, so it tends to make your hair more dry, and also sometimes it makes it a little bit more frizzy. So I like to use something on the more natural side. So this is a great one that I found that really helps kind of while you're blow drying, makes the hair stay, the boar bristles actually keep the hair in place, but is also really smooth in terms of pulling out the hair too. What I like to do is first I like to section off my hair because I do have a lot of hair, and I like to tie a section of it up first and start from the bottom, and then I'll let the layers down. So from the bottom I'll take a section, and then I'll go ahead and use the brush and put it underneath the hair. And then I'm going to take the blow dryer, and I like using the blow dryer with the nozzle attachment because it does concentrate the air and make sure you're not drying your hair everywhere. So when you take the blow dryer, you want to angle it downwards so that you're traveling down your hair smoothly, but also the air is blowing downwards, so that way your hair is going to be in one smooth motion down. So I would say that process you want to continue throughout your whole entire head. So it could take, depending on how skilled you are, around 10 minutes all the way up to 20 minutes. So you want to just take your time with that, because if you blow dry your hair nicely, it will stay in place for the rest of the day, and it'll leave kind of styling and hair products at the end a lot more easier to maintain the hair. So after you blow dry, you also want to treat it maybe with a little bit of oil at the tips if you feel like your hair is more on the dry side. So the one I like using here is by Nooks, and this one is their multi-purpose dry oil. And this one here, I apply just a really tiny amount too, and I just use it at the ends. And the reason why is because a lot of nutrients that you do get for your hair tends to be concentrated more around your roots area. So things that you eat, a lot of protein, that goes into the hair area here. But when it comes to the ends, you really have to kind of care for this on your own using products such as an oil or anything else to really keep it moisturized and healthy. So I would say that would be pretty much the whole I would say, routine around hair care, and there's other things you can add if you want to do additional styling to your hair, but I would say for like an everyday hair care, these are the essential products. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, definitely let me know down below, and if there's any specific products that you guys use and love, I would also love to know those as well. So if you guys love our videos, definitely give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe, and we have other videos here that I think you guys might enjoy.